Hello and welcome back to Humans and Society. This video focuses on the topic position paper under the subject English for academic and professional purposes. What is a position paper? A position paper is an essay that expresses a position about an issue. It presents the writer's stand or viewpoint on a particular issue. Its goal is to convince an audience that the opinion raised underwent thorough investigation and data collection, and that it is therefore valid. Writing a position paper entails outlining arguments and proposing the course of action. By doing so, you are already taking part in a larger debate. Aside from this, you have the power to change the opinions and attitude of others when you write a position paper. A position paper can be an essential tool in bringing about social change. For example, if you do not agree with a certain issue or rule, you can write a position paper to reflect your view. The parts of a position paper are the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. You start with an introduction, which presents the issue while grabbing the attention of the readers. Define the issue and discuss its background, and provide a general statement of your position via your thesis statement. For the body, you will state your main arguments. Provide sufficient evidence for each argument, such as data, interviews with experts, and testimonies, and provide counter-arguments against the possible weaknesses of your arguments. And for the conclusion, you restate your position and main arguments, suggest a course of action, state what makes your position superior and more acceptable, and end with a powerful closing statement, such as a quotation, a challenge, or a question. Guidelines in writing a position paper. Choose an issue. When choosing an issue, keep the following guidelines in mind. The issue should be debatable. It should be current and relevant. It should be written in a question form and answerable by yes or no. And it should be narrow and manageable. Begin the writing process by conducting an in-depth research on the issue. Make sure to define unfamiliar terms when you first mention them. Be aware of various positions about the issue and explain and analyze them objectively. Reflect on your position and identify its weaknesses. Cite valid and reliable sources to establish the credibility of your arguments. View the issue in a different perspective so you can present a unique approach. Limit your position paper to 2 pages. Analyze your target readers and align your arguments to their beliefs, needs, interests, and motivations. Summarize the other side's counter-arguments and use various evidences and data to refute them. Use an active voice as much as possible to achieve a dynamic and firm tone. Arrange your evidence using an inductive or deductive approach. Check your argument for fallacies and eliminate them. Fallacies or errors in reasoning weaken your arguments. Use ethical, logical, and emotional appeal. An ethical appeal relates to your credibility and competence as a writer. A logical appeal refers to rational approach in developing an argument. An emotional appeal uses arguments in a way that evokes feelings. Writing a good position paper involves research, critical thinking, and persuasive skills. You must have a good understanding of the issue in order to share your opinions and arguments based on factual evidence. The ideas discussed in this lesson are based on the content standards of the Department of Education. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next lesson.